Barney's side, but I'm gonna look at the rest of them. But hold on, let
Okay.
me get these. Let me get this live opened up right quick.
Bet that.
That way, because right now it's limited. There we go. All right. Once I inhale it, she taking over my system with the quickness. My heart and mind is about to be a victim of my sickness. Aroma smell it right and gotta compliment the thickness. After breaking it down, I lick my fingertips. She's so delicious. Yeah, but yeah, okay, so let me ask you, Daddy Rich, thank you for jumping on live tonight, man. This is definitely an impromptu out of the moment type shit, but you know what I'm saying? We family, we can rap like that. That's how we
Oh
get
yeah,
down.
definitely.
So what let me first explain where I was coming from when I make this statement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna have to clear it up a lot tonight, so I'm gonna skip the clear up part of the statement till somebody got something to say about it. But it seems like Dr. King's legacy was about all people. So I can understand a personal feeling against the photo of Sexy Red. Matter of fact, I think I still got it on. Hold on, I still might have that shit loaded up in the assets. If I ain't tripping, I just might have it. Nah, okay, I don't, but I might bring that back up. But yeah, so the picture they got that started with Sexy Red and Martin Luther King. I got it. Here we go. So this is the picture that started it all off. And
Man,
the response from Bernice King was that this was no, okay, so this picture came out at least a couple of months ago because I've talked about this on the podcast a couple of months ago.
okay.
And I think it was probably 2 days ago, Bernice King came out and said that this picture is distasteful, deplorable, disrespecting to my father's legacy and my family. So
Mm.
it left me thinking, for one, Dr. King's legacy was about all people fighting for everybody. Two, y'all got his name, so y'all somewhat continuing his legacy, and people look at you in that light. So what is it about them that allows them to go on the attack? Like what merits them? What gives them
Was it really an attack, or was it from their point of view in defense of?
questionable?
Because perception, man, is to the person. You perceived it one way, she perceived it another. And that's not to say both of y'all wrong. Because I 100% get what you was getting at when you asked the question. It was a very valid question, though. You know what I'm saying? In the times we live in now, it's a very valid question. But I understand both sides of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the people okay, the validity to it. I give it, they have the name, you know. Um, and a lot of that's kind of the point a few people came at me with was how do you feel? Even my own cousin said something on the post. She said, like, what do you think our great great grandfather and grandmother was fighting for and this and that? And I get it. I get it. The name, I'll give you the name, but I can't go get nothing based off of what my great great grandparents did.
I feel
I
you.
got, you know what I'm saying? Now, as far back as we could trace our history, the first two, Pink and Maddie Williams, they were freemen. So they didn't, our history doesn't go back to when they were actually enslaved. So we
Okay.
can't, even associate that part of the conversation. Really, we got to start from what we know. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you want to be
Okay.
real, if if you want to be real, my grandparents could have owned slaves.
Mm,
They could have. Black people owned slaves back then. When it was getting to the abolishment point, black people owned slaves.
mm,
So I don't know. I can't say. But I still can't go out today and get a job based off of nothing my great grandpappy did.
I
You
feel
know?
you. I feel
So the
you.
name only goes so far to me. Like like how far does the name go? Can they could they 100 years later we gonna still say, oh, that's Dr. King's daughter. We
Mm.
gotta let that slide.
Oh,
You know,
valid
like
though,
how
bro.
far?
What you saying is valid though, bro. You know, it may not be popular, but it's valid though. And all you saying is, I got questions. And when I
I
ask
got
one,
questions.
it may spark 7 other questions when I ask one. You know what I'm saying? But from their side is that thing of whose shoulders are you standing on, and taking
Mm,
pride in the history of the people who fought the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, but I understand what you
mm,
saying, bro. Like I, it is what is the value on the name? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying the king's
mm.
name. I'm saying, take for instance my own family, the Shaw name. Okay, what's the value? And it only has value if we put value to it. And other people may not even respect the value that we're trying to put on it. You know, so I understand
Right.
what you're saying, man. But man, great
So so
conversation, bro.
so you make a good point there too. What you just brought up is the people's view is that whose shoulder am I standing on to see this view? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So is it is it so wrong for me to question that authority?
nah.
Like how when is it wrong for me to have that question versus that's your elder fall in line? Like when do I have what's the fine line
But
between
see,
that?
that's what's wrong with us, man. Sometimes we just a little too quick to fall in line. Like, man, you got
Mm.
answers, man. Ask your question, bro. My hat off to you for even being, that brave to even ask. Because I was like, whoa, that's deep,
You
but
know
that
me,
is
man.
valid though, man. It's really valid. Like you got questions, ask your questions, bro. That's the only way we learned before we was able to read or even get school. I mean, I got questions,
Right.
and I think that's
Facts.
what I don't mean to go here, but I think it's a valid question too. Is that's where we go wrong when we look at our spirituality. We don't ask enough questions. We just blindly going with tradition and ritual. And that's bad to be following something you ain't got no knowledge of it, no wisdom of it. You ain't asked no questions.
None.
And
That's
that's why,
like wow. That's why I'm stuck. Like wow. Like, cause if I like, I'm about to, cause if anybody knows me, especially from this podcast journalist aspect, I'm fair. I'm gonna look at every side of the coin. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
So I do want to take my time, and if you can sit with me through this too, I would love to try to research what Bernice King and Martin Luther King III have, you know what I'm saying, the movements that they put in place. I'm not even trying to shine against the names. That's not what I was aiming at.
yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of gotta know the information for ourselves. You can't be spoon fed because what you spoon fed Who gave them the spoon?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's all questionable from, and that's one thing I've always been told and repeated, that you got to do your own research around here. So
Yeah,
let's see. We have right now. I'm gonna look up. So this started with Bernice King. So let's look up Bernice King first,
man.
and let's see. Let's and I'm not trying to judge her as a person. I'm
Hmm.
not trying to discredit her. I'm just trying to find the credit of her, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to
Oh
see
yeah.
where I get she can have her opinion about what her father was involved with and all that, but she got a following. So when you say some shit like that against Sexy Red, that's your following against her following. Now, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So you gotta, I feel like you should navigate those waters a little bit more carefully. You know what I'm saying? Just in my opinion there. But um youngest daughter, yep. Okay, so Master of Divinity. She went to. She's a minister. Okay, she's, ordained at Ebenezer Baptist Church.
Okay.
All right. So she followed her father's footsteps in that aspect. She definitely became a minister. Oh, well, okay. Here we go. We got something. She attended the African American Women's Conference. She said that parents should not let their children listen to gangster rap because of the messages in the lyrics. Okay. Again, let me stop right there, because as a minister, yes, you're gonna have that standpoint. But I feel like this conversation is more about Dr. King's legacy.
Mm.
Am I wrong in that opinion?
No, no.
So when we talk about Dr. King's legacy, someone who's out for everybody, I feel like why isn't there more outreach to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you, for example, you disagree with how Sexy Red lives her life, would you be so against sitting down with Sexy Red?
No,
You know
you
what I'm
should
saying?
never be. Yeah, you should never be. You
You know
never
what I'm
know
saying?
what could come out of that conversation. Man, you never know what in having that conversation, you never know the changes and the effects y'all can have on each other as far as understanding. So you never
Hmm.
want to turn down that conversation. And man, I'm just happy that you was in the avenue of seeking the knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will have them questions, never be willing to do the research, or never be willing to sit down and do the conversations to have the dialogue.
Right. And I'm like I'm saying this, and that's another thing that kind of it kind of hurt, especially from a lot of these people that know me personally. Y'all should
Mhm.
know that when I ask these type of questions,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
only doing it from an educational standpoint. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? The brother really trying to find out some shit. It ain't about like somebody just said. Let me read. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna try to go verbatim with some of these comments that people made. He says, McLaurin Durham. He asked, "Why are you tearing down one of our greats?"
Mm.
So, from the statement I made, their interpretation is that I'm trying to tear down one of the greats. Like, can you help me understand where you get that understanding from?
It's perception of what you said instead of getting the understanding of why you asked it. When I seen it, I knew you was just, since I know Doc is looking for the knowledge and the wisdom of it. It ain't a clickbait. It ain't a what they call it, a shock value. It's I
Right.
really want to know. I got questions. And that doesn't say you disrespecting anybody, or as he stated, or whoever that is, tearing them down. Because as you notice, Hay didn't have a problem with it. She kind of laughed it off because she know you. I chimed
Yeah.
in and then say, dang, Doc, man, you tripping. No, because I know Doc. Doc looking for the knowledge of it all. Hey, if they say make it make sense, what happens when Doc try to make it make sense? Don't clown him. Hear the brother out.
Yeah, you gotta do that. And I respect one of the OGs. Shout out Stephen Lacey, man. Let me get to Stephen Lacey
Yeah, shout
right
out
quick.
Stephen Lacey.
I gotta respect him. And because see, this is where I get stuck at. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, we gotta agree to disagree, but I accept it. Um, he said you can't go far against the grain. At some point, some things have to remain morals and values. Remember when Dr. King stood for once people remember, maybe we can have more decorum in the world. The youngsters don't care about anything. Dr. King and others fought for us to have some type of equality. Bingo, equality. Sexy
Mhm.
Red can have a picture with Dr. King. Fuck you. Um, Now it's all unraveling. If we cared about that and not that the rappers do, as maybe race can come up. As much as I respect them, I had to reply with, um, you know, what I'm saying that his kids don't necessarily have a right to determine what is acceptable, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So for her to like, I again having your personal opinion because that's your daddy, but the there was some attackful words in my, I think she used some attackful words towards Sexy Red.
Mm.
For that to happen, that does not continue your father's legacy.
And then it's all in the what was the intention that Sexy Red did it. Sexy Red could not have had intent with malice though. Just because you're trying to correlate the music she put out to your daddy's legacy, that does not mean she did it with malice. You could have asked
Right.
her what was her intent. Now, if she said the intent was with malice or some sexual immoral way, now,
She
okay.
said she just thought it was cute.
And that could be her way because it's levels to people, you know what I'm saying? That could have been her way of quote unquote trying to honor him. Like, hey, I'm one of the biggest stars out now. What he
Right.
what his dream was about, if
I'm
you really
achieving
want
it
to interpret, I'm living it. If that's what her
every day.
intent was. It just gets to what her intent was. And I think maybe Bernice King should have especially being a minister, should have said what was your intent. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Because what you did
yeah.
was automatically correlated the type of music she make and how she get her money to your dad's legacy. Now that looks a certain way, but you still got to ask
Yep.
her what was her intent, even though she makes that genre, a specific genre of music. You can at least ask her what her intent was, because as a minister, you should have handled her like God handled you, with grace and mercy. You should have extended grace and mercy to her, not just lash out at her. Because
Yes.
hey, it's a penalty for that. For us
And,
that
and
believe, have that
and we
certain
don't want to
kind of
say
belief.
that.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she should have asked her what the intent, man. And then she should have extended grace and mercy. Now, if she said, oh, I did it because I wanted to give him a lap dance or I want to put him in a naked video, now that's different.
Yeah.
You
Even I
know,
know
but
that's disrespectful.
yeah, but
As
you didn't
wild
even
as I
ask her
am.
what was her intent. That just could have been her way of honoring her
Mm-hmm.
and saying thank you.
Man.
You know, a lot of people don't know how to say thank you. That could have been her version of it. But you don't know that
Yeah.
because you ain't asked her. You just lashed out at her. Man, we gotta get understanding, man, because a lot of other things come out of misunderstanding. And that's a lot of the
Mm.
wrong things.
Mm-hmm. And a side question. Why ain't no white people mad at this shit?
because of they know it's gonna be misinterpretations, and it doesn't it doesn't have a effect on them by no means.
Mm,
They know us.
understood.
You know, it goes back to that William Lynch letter. Plant the put the light skinned slave against the dark skinned slave. Put the old against the young. You know, and this will
Mm,
continue for generations. We watch it play out.
yeah, yeah. And I'm trying. I don't know. Maybe I need to go to another source, but I'm looking at like I'm going down this information, man, and it's just, whew, they're not making this woman look too nice. I'm just
Mm,
saying. It's She's speaking out against same-sex marriages, so the LGBTQ community definitely ain't backing that.
mhm.
Legal issues, mishandling of memorabilia. Like, man, come on.
Oh
I need to
wow.
go to definitely a different site because I'm trying to find, honestly, if anybody is watching this and has some information on the children of Dr. Martin Luther King, hop on this live and help me out because I'm really trying to understand the contributions that they have been making to where anything besides their last name gives them merit. I
Dig it.
want to find this information. Please help me find it because I I done looked up a personal website of her, and right now I'm on Wikipedia, which I understand anybody can put this information out. I admit I understand this, but this is what I have available to me.
Mm,
So my next step is to just do a general Google search, and then what it's gonna be all bad from there. So please
oh,
help me
boy.
with some information if you can. I'm trying to find information to understand honestly why I should even respect her words at this point
Mm,
because her last name don't ain't enough for me. I'm sorry, it just ain't enough for me because I know people with my last name, and in my opinion, I'm a person of integrity. You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? Um, Shit. When you got people like Ronnie Amin saying that you're a stand-up guy, so you do some things right. Shout out to Ronnie Amin. Appreciate you, love, bro.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to
I
Ronnie
feel like I'm
Amin.
a
We gonna
guy.
have me and him gonna have to have a side conversation, but shout out to Ronnie Amin. Real guy there.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm a person of integrity if I have to judge myself honestly. And I know some people with my same bloodline are not of the same cloth. So name don't mean shit in my book. I'm sorry. Name don't mean shit in my book. I just got to be 1,000% honest with you. Yeah, you miss me with just because that's the kid.
I
Miss
feel
me
you.
with that bullshit
Said don't validate character, huh? And more
at
fighting.
all. At all. I'm trying to understand because, like for real, like I get it. Like Dale Curry, Steph Curry, yeah, he got love, but when Steph Curry stepped into that league, he had to prove himself to be one of the best
Yeah.
shooters in the world. When the Ball brothers and Bronny James stepped in, they had to prove themselves. Your name didn't mean a damn thing. And
It just it,
I ain't.
says- it gives you a plateau to reach for. It's kind of
Mm,
almost your personal measuring stick. Can I be as successful or as great as my parent? You
can
know?
I measure up?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. And now that yeah, I mean, yeah, bringing that back around, that's even more because shit, they talk about Donald Trump and this. That name don't mean shit because his sons ain't gonna be able to get shit.
Mm.
There ain't none of them Trump kids running for shit.
Hey, they probably gonna get a
That
harder
boy,
time, boy. If they hear that Trump
you
name
hear
again.
me?
They gonna get
Can't
all
none of
the
them,
hate they daddy didn't get.
man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop that namesake stuff. That's not gonna work for me, man. I'm trying. The King Center. Okay, Global Thoughts Solution. Okay. Let's see what this is. The King Center. Looks like there's something going on. Maybe we can find some good shit in the King Center. What we do. All right, let's start with there. What we do. Students, educators. Okay. So she has I guess it looks like a volunteer center
Okay.
to help kids learn. I'm trying to look at some of the curriculum that they got here. Non-violence correct training. Okay, okay. I mean, that's not bad.
So it makes
That's
sense.
very good.
It makes sense.
I get it. I get it. But I mean, hmm, that had. I mean, okay. I guess I would definitely. I'll stick with that. I have to do more research on this to have a judgment because I like. I don't know. I can't say exactly what she has done to contribute to this, but it's all good. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go back because this is something look like Coretta Scott started. So yeah, no, I gotta take that off the book. That don't count.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That don't count. That's not no, that's not you. You may have contributed to it, but you didn't start it. I gotta take it. Now I'm sorry. I'm lost on her. I'm lost on her. So if anybody can wanna like everybody said to go do your research. Obviously you did. I'm trying to. So come help me with some research because you know I've done what you suggested and it didn't work out so well. So
Man,
come
you gonna have to
help a brother out.
you gonna have to sit down with them at the podcast, call them in, and speak the peace.
Man, you know they don't want to do that. Shoot, a couple of them ain't came to the interview already. All right, let's look at Martin Luther King III. Let's now. I understand. I give him. Now, if he would have said this shit, all right. Now, I would have been like, "Hey, sexy." All right, sexy.
Who's the
Now
older?
you
Is Spanish the older?
he the oldest. He let
Okay.
me look back at it was him and then the two in the middle, and she was the Bernice is the baby, I think.
Oh, that's his baby girl. Oh, Doc, you know what
Yeah, I
that
think
is.
that's the baby. Yeah, I give it to you, but
Hey,
no.
if you said what my daddy did, he only did in 75 years. My baby sister would be livid because that's his baby girl. We know them what them
Yeah,
relationships do. Of course,
yeah.
they
Okay,
gonna
no.
speak out.
Yolanda was the oldest. Martin Luther the third, then Dexter, and then Bernice was the baby.
Oh yeah, that's his baby
So
girl.
yeah, but
Her
man,
feeling
hold
of
up.
why she saying it was probably drove the y'all took my daddy from me.
Can't even get that
That's
one.
that's a that's a that's a lot of emotion there, Doc.
Hey, yeah, it sure is. All right, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Yeah, I know about Martin Luther the Third. I know because for real, if he wanted to or not, he kind of had to do something. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
He like he like Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan's son never would have tried to play basketball, how the fuck you gonna get away with that in life? Come on. Like he kind of had to do some shit, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't say shit. He didn't speak out. So I mean, I'm not really giving this
She
too
might be
much.
the more outspoken one because you hear a lot about when it comes to Martin Luther King and whatever child speak out. It's normally always Bernice. I didn't know it was a Yolanda and what's the other one in the middle?
Dexter.
Dexter. I ain't know it was no Dexter or Yolanda. All I know is Martin Luther King the third And Bernice, them the
Yeah,
bookies.
I feel. Nah, yeah, cause the older kids shit. Okay, let me get back to these comments because it was one. Also, another one I want to address. Wait, hold some weight because man, the people that are agreeing with me is a motherfucker though. Because like the people that actually agree, it's a few of them that's just stating that. But the people who agree with me and then go on to state why they agree with me, no, that's not what I'm on. I'm not on that. That's not what I'm on, man. No, they so like, nah, that nigga was a hoe anyway. Like, man, no,
no,
I'm not.
no, no,
No,
no.
no, no, no.
No, we talking
They
for
on
real, man.
conspiracy theories and shit, right? I'm not on that.
You say,
But
let me get my
it was
disclaimer right now.
because I'm not siding with them per se. I'm just not siding with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Because that was a couple, like somebody just said what, especially if you're not keeping the fight going in the same type. So it's a lot of people who's like the kids kind of just sat their ass down. But that's the comment I'm trying to find for y'all right quick because um that's one guy kind of, yeah, he hit it for me and I was like, okay, here we go. And I asked him to join the live too. So
Okay.
Marxist Doss, if you on, come on, join this live because this comment right here is where this conversation needs to be at. This is what is the swirl of it all. I get this. He said the CIA murdered King and someone, probably another CIA hit, murdered his mom. You don't
Mm,
think that the CIA or the FBI didn't send threats or warnings to other family members? Any black person that gets any type of real influence, power on that level will be assassinated if they don't follow the rules. That's the game. Yes, 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 yes. So if you want to address it from that angle, that they ain't out here doing too much for the recognition because of the threats and such, I can accept this.
yeah.
I can accept that. And if that's the and if that grandfathers, if that one reason, if we're gonna use that one reason for the argument that grandfathers their opinion, I accept it. Past
That's
that,
what's up.
but that's only if you a conspiracy theorist your damn self. You gotta
Mm,
believe, and I know the hype. I know the hype, but you got to be a conspiracy theorist to take that.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Just again, in my opinion, what you think? You think that that had a lot of influence on the way the kids move?
Oh, definitely. Because they see what the possibilities is if they go too hard.
Hmm.
You know, and
Okay.
think about it, man. Who really out here in 2025 willing to put their life on the line for what they truly believe in, man? That's different. You know, that's different.
Yeah. 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 That is. Yeah. Cause I mean, a lot of motherfuckers outside of their personal loved ones, we ain't dying for no civil rights not right now. Like, I feel like we can use Mike Brown for an example because honestly, definitely both of them had a lot of work with the Ferguson movement. So
Hmm.
I think that's definitely relevant. But using Mike Brown as an example, taking things like that's going to cause a community uproar is really the only fight that they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna, if it's one person that the CIA murdered tomorrow, Ain't nobody storming the government over that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they
You
ain't
know
gonna take it. They ain't gonna take it to the cusp.
what you think about the KKK?
The KKK.
Yeah, like how they say, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's they look at Trump being racist and blah blah blah. I ain't gonna say blah 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 to that because I don't have no. I'm not defending his shit at all. I don't defend Trump. What it is with Trump is I take Trump for what the fuck he is. Trump was a man who knew money. So while he in office, he gonna do a lot of shit that affect people money. Let that y'all expecting this man to really have morals based on policies? Y'all tripping. Y'all really you tripping. you got too much expectations in that boy. Let
Man,
him do what he do, and the rest of that shit that's happening, believe it's somebody behind him. Just like it was somebody behind Biden, just like it was somebody behind Obama, just like it was somebody behind the Bushes. It's always the people behind the scenes that we ain't going, you know what I'm saying? You can't control that shit. So I don't man, Trump is entertainment.
he gonna always protect his own interests,
Yeah, he gonna
and that's
protect the
the
interests of the people behind him.
yeah, and that's not to be in the lower tier. Let's just say that's his top, middle, bottom line. I ain't coming down
Right.
there with y'all. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to stay where I'm at, or try to come to some terms to elevate even more where he is.
This man
You
running
know,
for president made him say he can stop hustling. Cause the
Hmm?
truth was that man had went bankrupt so many times, and recently before he became president, you know what I'm saying? Within the last decade of him becoming president, he was bankrupt. So
Mhm.
um that man became president, so he ain't got to worry for the rest of his life. That's what that was. That
Simple.
man said, you know what? Presidents is getting taken care of for life. I ain't got. Let
Right.
me just make this move. I ain't got to work another day. That's exactly because once he got out of office, what did he do? Politic. He didn't start no business ventures. He did that his entire life until politics came into play. He ain't started a business since.
Mm-mm.
That man retired. That's what him running for president was Trump retiring.
That is his new business, politics,
You know what I'm saying? Man,
or should we say politics? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, politics.
That is his new business.
All right.
That
But
you gotta at some point you just gotta say, okay, that's who he is.
deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You hate your boss. You know your boss an asshole, but you go to
Hmm.
work every damn day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it. You got to deal with that shit. Fuck it. Trump, like I say, hey, Trump can't stop shit going on over here. I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck what the
Man,
law say. You ain't stopping shit. You might be able to stop me from buying some shit, but that's about it.
whatever way it comes, we gonna have to adapt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if
You
you
know
really
what I'm
talking
saying?
about doing something about it, put yourself in a position to run.
Yeah, yeah,
Go,
yeah,
go get
yeah. Doc
go
Dillon
get
for
one of
president,
them offices.
2028.
You know what I'm saying? Go get one of them offices. If you ain't talking about doing that, you ain't really
You
talking
hear
about
me?
being in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Well, we can get to reparations another time, but back to the KKK.
Hmm.
Uh, I saw that joke the other day, and it made me laugh every fucking time. Like how we talk about Trump being racist and shit like that. Have you seen any stories about niggas killing KKK members?
I have not seen it.
So if it's so much blatant racism out in the world every day, and I mean, and I know we ain't scared to kill. I know we ain't scared to kill.
Just
I
watch
know
the
that's
news.
not.
That's what the
I
news
know.
say.
I just go outside. If I
Exactly.
go outside, I can see niggas shooting niggas. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I know we ain't scared to kill. So why? Well, if all these, if it's so much racism out here, why ain't nothing being done about the racism? In your opinion, why ain't nobody doing nothing about the racism?
It's a lot at stake, man. Like even up until losing your life, and like we just said about the Kings, ain't nobody willing to sacrifice their life for
Hmm.
it. Till you willing to sacrifice your life, this is gonna be an ongoing conversation.
But if they out here shooting at each other, they willing to these young boys especially willing to sacrifice their life. And I know it's some older ones too. It's some knuckleheads in their 40s and 50s and 60s still doing what they do. They don't give a fuck about their life, man.
But for all the wrong reasons, though.
Mm. So it's only for the clout.
Man, it's only for whatever they own.
Mm.
You know, it's only for what they see. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If they see the next man coming up in an ill-gotten game or ill-gotten manner the way that they used to, that's as far as they see, man. They can only see as far as they see, man. They can't see nothing else, man.
Yeah, I see. Somebody just tagged me in something. I guess they was. Let me see here. So Martin Luther King the third, Bernice, a lawyer. Okay, so they tagged me in something that Bernice did. I guess
Okay.
I'll stay point tagging me in this. And look. I don't know. You probably can't see this. Let me there. Let me see. Okay, you can see somewhat, right?
Yeah.
So the top there is the third. Then Yolanda. Then Dexter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dexter's the one nobody fucking likes, and they got a paragraph for Dexter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they got two little lines for Bernice.
Oh
Y'all see,
wow.
like for real. I know you're not tagging me to make a point because that don't say shit.
The point wasn't made. We need a little bit more on Bernice, man.
I need more.
That's what
I need
Doc said.
more. I need more.
And you know, before we go any further, I don't want nobody to take what we discussing the wrong way. It's an open discussion amongst men. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my
Yeah,
man said he had questions. He doing the
yeah.
research. He trying to really get the answer. So, you know, it ain't a game. You know, it's real deal. He's searching for the answers.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm really, really trying to. But yeah, they not. I mean, well, I try to because at this point, shit, that ain't. If that was your last effort, this
Hey,
this game is over.
hey,
And
tell
we,
Bernice to call us, man.
yeah, Bernice, hop online, man. Matter of fact, we come down to your church, talk, do this face to face
Yeah,
shit. Cause
yeah, I'm willing to
I
buy a
mean,
ticket with you, Doc.
yeah, man. I stated I'm not trying to discredit nobody. I'm just trying to find the credit. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. If we going back to that CIA comment, we going back to the CIA comment. I give you that, but you got to be living your life a certain way to claim that one.
Oh,
Only so many of y'all gonna get that one off on me. I'm sorry. You gotta be on some shit. Ah man, what's on your mind, Rich man? How you been, bro?
man, I'm good, man. I was chiming in. You know, me and Kip was chopping it up on your thread too, and he was like, he more of a Malcolm guy, and I get it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I said, if King, if we are the question, cause King Kip said that basically the non-violent way that Martin was handling himself, and I ain't trying to get what he said wrong, has
I can get it.
set us back a little bit. And I said, well, if you saying that for King, you also got to say that for Malcolm, because he's saying King wanted us to be a part of what was going on with equality. And Malcolm wanted us to get our own. I said, but we still ain't got our own. So did what Malcolm say work? If what King said didn't work and we ain't far ahead, what Malcolm said is the same. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to King Kip. But man, what's been on my mind is the I had a little dialogue with a couple people on Facebook about the Nellies and the Snoops and Rick Ross and them, performing in their inauguration. My whole thing was I would never say cancel anybody. My thing was the timing of it. This is the day that we celebrating Martin Luther King is the reason I wouldn't have went and performed. That's all I was saying, and that's to the person. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really saying that, because Nelly and Snoop and Rick Ross went and performed, cancel them. No, I think it should have been a well thought out thing. Okay, this King birthday, combined with the Trump thing, it's just a bad time. It's just bad time. Now he said Nelly said no president ever invited him to perform. Trump did, so he was honored to do it. And he said he honors the seat of president of the White House. And I'm like, how do you feel that is honorable when Donald Trump himself don't honor it? It's like, I don't know, man. Just me personally.
See, again, we flipping that, because that again goes to the legacy of it.
Yeah.
If you do respect the presidential office, it don't matter who sit in that seat. It's the president of the United States of America. You got to stand on that and that alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you start to go any deeper, what you're doing is evaluating the individuals, the presidents that actually sat in the seat. Now you got to talk shit. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But if you're just talking about the office itself, that I can see the legacy of the office.
Yeah.
I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to say, man, we done had some great presidents. Oh no, hold on now. Hold up.
You say that's subjective and selective, ain't it? It's like, hold on, dog. It's like, which one?
Nah, right. Well, who you're talking about is specifically, because
rest in peace, Jimmy Carter did, all right. But which one, dog? All of them seem to have shammed.
Right, like nah, we can't go off of that one. But if we gonna talk about the office that's been around since 1781, all right now, I thumbs up, Nelly. I gotta ride with you for that. I got to, because we all want. What gets better than presidential? We talking about status, presidential status.
Yeah.
What's on top of that? Maybe
diplomatic.
If you ain't no king,
if you ain't no king, that's the highest we go. Where?
What was right? So shit, I gotta get that one to Nelly on that. Now Snoop, nah, buddy, because it was just 8 years ago. We caught you talking a whole lot of shit about anybody who. Matter of fact, I think I could probably play that one I could probably pull that up because you hit me that a couple of while ago. Hold on, where's that? Oh, I got Nelly. Okay, I'll play Nelly's review for you too.
Okay.
Let's see.
So ain't nobody gonna perform.
perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of one. Nigga, you?
You did it, brother. See what I'm saying, bro?
Niggas gonna do it first. I was the one that performs for himself.
And then you run and take the slot.
Man,
see what I'm saying, bro?
Man, he slid into the slot. Like I ain't trying to get tagged, that third base ass nigga.
You know what was funny?
Man.
When they showed his performance, he had to DJ for himself. Yeah, dead. Yeah, I'm dead too. I'm dead too, Doc.
Wait. Was he trying to DJ for himself, or like he needed a cue, some shit done, and oh shit, I gotta go do that.
He was up there, bolo.
He said, "All right, y'all, here I come," boop, and then came on stage.
He was when I seen the clip, he was already up there with a microphone, handling the DJ table with his right, microphone in the left. Hey, I said, see, here we go. Hey, and look, I see Raz say good luck with that one. You know, when I was like, man, these niggas is suckers, right? Raz say good luck with that one. Then next thing I know, I said, this y'all, man? Yeah, hold that L, man. It was, hey, man, it looked so funny, dog. The only thing I could think of was when the two men was fighting in Django, bro, for the slave master, dog.
Wow.
It just, I said, bruh, you Snoop, you on death row. You couldn't get no DJ, bro.
I know somebody came with him.
Man, all I said was Snoop, the mic,
man,
and 2 turntables. I was like, damn. And I think I probably got that in my message. I sent it to you too, Doc. I was rolling that word. I said, oh, wow.
Yeah, let's see. What clip is this of Nelly?
But I am honored to be performing for the office for the president of the United States. Regardless, ain't another president asked me to perform.
Never.
Ain't nobody calling Nelly. I would have performed. Ain't nobody ever asked you to come to a Klan rally. What you mean? Why would I go to a Klan rally? I don't live in a Klan country.
Oh.
Just like us.
Oh.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, Doc.
I am honored to be performing.
Yeah, Doc. It makes it different now.
It do? Why?
You got Willie D had to get on him.
But look, I gotta, man, look. In full admittance, Willie D is old Negro spiritual mind frame.
You sure, Doc, man?
Man. He ain't showed me nothing but, I promise. Because here's the thing. Okay. Let's take it right back there then.
Yeah.
Reparations. How much, like, okay, we're gonna put a number on reparations. So every black person in America, so what we gonna go off of? The percentage of black? Because at this point, half of us got a white grandma or granddaddy. We gonna go off of where your people was located. We gonna go off of how long y'all was enslaved. Like, how do we reparate?
They say one drop of blood changed the DNA strand. If you got
then
one,
that means all the white people gonna be getting reparations then.
Hey, could be, bro. I wouldn't even know where to start with it. It's too many knowns and unknowns to go into it that you got to evaluate. That's why I think it'll never happen. It's too many knowns and unknowns. And what I mean when I say one drop of blood, that means obviously the master was getting to some of the slaves. I would think you would have to pay for that too. But like you say, where would you start, man? It wouldn't be an easy math problem. I don't know who knows the math for that. You know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't be adding and subtracting.
And then past the math, like, okay, so that's kind of my thing with the Negro spiritual mind frame. Like, it's seriously some people sitting around waiting on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, ain't we supposed to be past that point right now?
We
Are
should.
we seriously supposed to be past it, or like honestly, I'm asking again, is it
2025.
something that we can hold on to, or what?
By this time, just saying all the time that has gone past, we should. It's 2025. But for some reason, we ain't. And I'm not saying, or I can't even validate if it's a good or bad thing. But obviously we ain't. You know what I'm saying? And I think Willie D had a valid point because of the executive orders that Donald Trump was passed. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I think he's racist. I think his executive orders are going to take some things that will benefit from us off the table. That's what I will say.
Okay, so let's keep it swirled around. We on Willie D. Let's keep it swirled around this conversation on Willie D. comment. In your opinion, what is the KKK? Or oh no. Better yet, what is Klan country?
Oh. What is Klan country? I'm going to say any area that in a large majority oppresses Black advancement of African Americans.
Okay.
Because I can't put a name to a KKK member. I don't know none. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's stop. Well, let's address that two ways. We can definitely Google and find some names of some KKK members. That we're not going to dispute that group exists.
Yeah.
You got that, damn it. There's some fucking members. Back to the other thing that you said. Any group or region that did you say something like severely inhibits the advancement of Black people?
That oppresses
Okay.
African American advancement of on any aspect.
Okay, so I want to address that in two ways. So the KKK also notably attack African Americans, Jews, and Catholics. So can we admit that the KKK aren't only against Black people? Can we hold that fact?
Definitely.
Is that something? Is that even relevant? That's what I'm trying to say. Does that even have any relevance? That is not only Black people.
Yeah, that's really relevant, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So second of that, back to the statement that you made. How do we define a group that inhibits Black people in any way? Is because you threw that in on the second time in any way. Because how do you define that?
Just an uneven playing field. You know, you see it a lot of times mostly in these jobs, you know,
Okay.
How sometimes you like, okay, man, I know we know of situations where, okay, let's talk about you, Doc. You might have been at a job where you like, man, I know more and I'm more qualified because if we basing this job on performance and I'm outperforming and my knowledge base is, let's say, larger, and that still doesn't qualify you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For
Okay.
for
Can I
advancement.
do? If I say something, will I throw you off your point?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I will make your point for you there.
Okay.
But I have to make the accountability point.
Yeah.
When I was working for Wells Fargo, the greatest company on the fucking planet, in my opinion, the greatest company I've ever worked for, in my opinion, the greatest, by far the fucking greatest. When I was in the trading department, there were actually moments where I knew this person that just got hired a little over a month ago. I know I do more than them. I know more than them. I know I have more experience than them. And on the days that the supervisors aren't in the building, other employers are running to, including them, are running to me for help. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and they're getting opportunities before me. I saw that. Full accountability though. Full accountability.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. I was working in the trading department, but if I'm going to be 1,000% honest, the department that I was in was nothing but a glorified customer service position.
Mm.
So I addressed it as a customer service position. Maybe my attitude wasn't the greatest. Maybe I wasn't the most chipper. Maybe I didn't, you know what I'm saying, have the biggest smile on my shoulder. Because you got to, that matters when it comes to these folks in these offices, these white folks in these
I
offices.
agree. I
And a
agree.
lot of my bosses in the trading department were of Arab descent.
Mm.
So it's not white folk only that run it. And a few of the bosses were black.
Mm.
Let's be real. So can I say that it was racism holding me back, or can I say that it was me not being 100% holding me back? You
You
see,
can say that was,
that's the only
yeah,
explanation
you
I'm
can
throwing
say,
out.
yeah, you can say it was you not being 100% because I've been in that same shoes. You know, I worked for US Bank for 16 years,
Mm.
being as an operations manager.
I already know. Operations, same shit. You was
I'm
the level
smashing.
right next door to me. I
You know
already
what I'm
know.
saying? I'm smashing, man. You know, I didn't help, train people, and some of those people filled those positions I vacated since then. You know, and I'm
Okay.
grateful for that opportunity. But here's the thing: as I'm glad you mentioned accountability because at some point when we are in these Fortune 500 companies, we got to understand what the game is.
Mm-hmm.
After the fact, I come to find out it ain't so much what you know, it's who you know. So
And
we have
then
to
a lot
learn.
of things matter with the credentials. Me getting hired on
Mhm.
and learning information to be a trader versus
Yeah,
someone who went to college for it. It's a
yeah.
lot of different factors that play into day game.
Oh, yeah. And we got to understand what the game is and how to adapt to it to play it our way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Well,
glad you
okay.
brought up the
Do we have to play it
accountability
our
part.
way, or do we have to learn how to play it their way?
But that's where the adaptability come. Once you learn what they way is, it still has to suit you. You know what
Because
I'm saying?
here's
Go
my
ahead.
flip to that. We all hustlers, right?
Yeah.
You know, brother Tweezy, myself, in some way, shape, or form, I'm definitely an entrepreneur. Um, we know people who own businesses, right?
Yeah.
So when these businesses become Fortune 500 level,
Hmm.
and we hire employees, do we want somebody who's gonna come in and learn our shit and do it their way, or do we want somebody who's gonna come in and learn it the way we want it done, do it the right way, and continue the integrity of this company? Like, being honest.
Yeah.
So if we was in the position of these Fortune, we would want the exact same thing that they want.
That's
Am
real,
I
man.
wrong?
That's real, bro. That's real. Because it speaks to, the formula that you use to get you where you are. So that's why that makes a lot of sense what you're saying. But we gotta understand that, man. Everything ain't about an environment where we come from. It ain't where you're
Mm,
from, it's where you're at.
yeah,
And we gotta
yeah.
start being adaptive, man, like a chameleon. We gotta,
Mm,
and I'm not saying sell out, because when a person who does not have the opportunities that's on the table for you, and you achieve that, they always gonna look at it like you sell out. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a skewed side eye. How you get there? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be comfortable in your own skin. And
you got to,
yeah, but we gotta learn to adapt once we get in there. You know what I'm saying?
man.
And learn, because there's different levels to climbing that ladder that I found out on the way up. Because I went from temporary employee to operations manager. So it's a lot of positions in between that.
Same shit here. I went from hired as a temp hire. They hired 20 temps. Said, "Oh, we hired too many." Fired 14 of them. I was
Mm,
one of the six that they kept. So I know
yeah,
that the good sir, yes sir dance gets you somewhere. I
yeah.
know it gets you. It gets you so far,
But look,
but
that don't
it only gets you
necessarily
so
mean,
far.
but that don't necessarily mean that that's what you was doing. Because I look at you, I know you, Doc, for a little while, and I can tell you're an intelligent brother. So
Yeah.
that gotta count for something. If they consider that shucking and jiving, then hey, all right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But hey,
Yeah.
let's this is where they don't understand, and this is what we forget sometimes. The hood still produce intelligent black men. That's what
Hold
I
on.
was.
That kind of chopped out right there. This link might internet might be jumping in fuzzy.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. I think you back on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we gotta, what they gotta understand about us, and what we gotta understand about us, is that the hood still produce intelligent young black men.
Yeah. 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 No doubt. And but then that's the other side of my conversation to have. Like the adaptability part you talked about. Like you probably first when you first knew me, you probably saw me as a Superman brother on more than a few occasions. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that suit, I was, gonna go straight from the office down to Grand and Blair. You know what I'm saying? Because I can be me. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I we gotta I feel like that's a stigma we gotta overcome by
Mm-hmm.
assuming every black person is from the hood.
Mm.
Because me myself personally, I never lived in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I never had that no struggle. I never had to go out and do things to feed my family. I come from a 2-parent household, good upbringing. I was spoiled. I'm a spoiled kid. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's a stigma we got to get over, especially in St. Louis, that everybody, you know what I'm saying, from the hood, or you know what I'm saying, or even that all white people are not from the hood, because
True.
especially in St. Louis, a lot of them motherfuckers is.
Yeah, I grew up on the south side. It was always some.
Man,
And them still some good dudes to this day.
yeah, it's a lot of good people all on both ends. So yeah, I mean, so back to the clan country thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, is that really something that we gotta, like? Is that a day-to-day worry we gotta go out for? Like where is us walking outside facing people, to us applying for a job, to us getting a raise or advancement in that job or career, to us owning businesses and getting opportunities and equal housing and equal housing rates? You see where I'm headed? Like, where do we
Yeah.
have to work? Where is the racism at? Like, I understand institutional racism
You
to a
know,
degree, but I don't give it too much.
I think it's more of an undertone.
Mm.
You know, it I
It's
can't
like we
remember
think it's
who.
there enough that it's there.
Yeah, man, it's been so much put in our face that we all, as the world, has not let it go or got past it. We won't let it
Mm.
die. If we
Mm.
keep speaking on it, we speaking life into it.
Mm.
It's,
Now,
it's,
that's how
it,
I
it-
feel about the word nigga.
you
I
know,
gotta be real with you.
we give
That's how I feel
meaning
about
to
that. Mm. Well, I mean, I admit racism exists. To, like, there are still people out here who just grew up being taught black people bad. There are. I'm not disputing these things, but okay, maybe that person owns a company that can hire me, but I can also apply to another company. Can I not?
that's the choices out here. Yeah, you sure can.
Like, like, I don't see where it affects me. Like, I don't see where it actually inhibits me to where I can't maneuver. Like, okay, maybe I gotta maneuver around it, but that's
Mm,
life, in my opinion. You know what I'm
That's,
saying?
that's
Like, it ain't
that's
nothing
what
gonna
that is.
stop me. It can't racism can't outside of hooded people pulling me out my home and hanging me down. They can't stop me.
That's real, brother.
You know. But hey, there's people out here who think otherwise, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna be that, man. You know, I don't think it'll ever be one way.
Yeah. I don't know. I still kind of got hope on that. I still got hope it'll be like how, you take the 70s and the 80s, we couldn't talk about gay people. Like, you couldn't come out and be gay. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Now you can't say shit about a gay person. You get attacked, man. You know what I'm saying? The mob is against you at that point. I feel like there's going to be a point where the mob will be against racism.
Mm.
I'm still confident in the human race of that. where because we still got people out here homophobic and still people that will talk about gays and bisexuals and transsexuals all day, but the mob is against them. We
Yeah.
have to admit the mob is on them, and I feel like we will reach a point where the mob will be against racism. I feel like we will, even if it's just here in America. I
Hey,
feel like we'll get there.
we've been talking about Martin Luther King. I think that's the new dream. Doc got the new dream. You know what I'm talking about? Bernice, holler at us, man. Doc got the
Hey
new
man,
dream.
let's make this happen. Shit.
Real talk, man.
That's wild, man. But yeah, Dad, man, I appreciate you jumping on here, man. We about to jump up out of here, man. We had a good one.
Oh
Had a
yeah,
good one. I
man.
might have to chop this one up and find a way to you know, shit, market this motherfucker.
How many comments you got? Because I know you probably had about 100.
Oh yeah, it was about there.
Because it
Last time
was
I
60
checked, it was.
when we got off. It was like 60 something when we got off.
Oh man, it's just like, you know what I'm saying. And the thing is, like, these people all around, but they only got something to say when they disagree with you, right?
Mm.
I wish I had this many likes on the podcast flyer.
Hey man, you gotta
Nah.
have a podcast called Unpopular Opinion, man. They gonna get on that one, man. You went
Yeah,
viral today, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Shit, I guess they really don't fuck with me. They just
No,
want to fuck with me.
they fuck with you. Yeah, they fuck with you, Doc. Straight up, man.
You hear
I
me?
appreciate you for inviting me on, man. And what dialogue, man. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a part of healing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I just wish Mo could heal.
Yeah. You
The
keep
motherfuckers
coming up
is,
with these topics, you own to something. Your name Doc, you gonna heal somebody.
yeah. Whew. You give me too much credit as it is. Too much
Heavy
credit.
is the head that wear the crown, Doc.
You know it is. Hey, shout out, salute to you too, King.
All right, man.
Damn.
Appreciate you, brother.
Eyeball love, man. In a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Anytime, man.
all day.